Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, everybody. You're watching Now Trending right here on 247miami.tv, also known as 247 Miami Radio. You can find us on Facebook at Now Trending 247. You can also find us at Twitter on same thing, Now Trending at 247. We are back. It's another Monday. We are here in the Bat Cave. Everybody, welcome to the Bat Cave. Yes. Is it not, Lou? Did you get the full Bat Cave decor? Today we're honoring the life and passing of Adam West, who was the original Batman, who a lot of us, that's how Batman started for us. It was the very beginning to Batman, and I think for people like us, you know, it's very special to us. You know, I think these new millennials, I'm not talking about the millennials, yes, but it's just funny how they kind of don't know, you know, the history of Adam West, to where us, it just brings back so many memories, and it's very touching to us. So today our show is a tribute to Adam West. May he rest in peace. He was a great actor. And everybody wants to, even Chris Metal, he's been excited before the show. You know, he just has some stories to share with us. Thanks, Chris.
Well, welcome.
For knocking me off before
that was
the show
not my
got
fault.
started. I was just so excited.
Exactly.
But again, it's Monday, June 12th. We've got a lot to talk about. Today, again, today's many different days. Today's Crowded Nest Awareness Day.
Crowded what? Gesundheit. What did you say?
Does anybody live in a crowded nest?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay, so that doesn't apply to us. No, I don't
think so.
We have an all new set design today. Today is Loving Day. Today marks 50 years to where the law said it's okay, to have interracial marriages. It was a big...
Loving, that's in Virginia, right?
Yes. So it is Loving Day. It is an important day, especially for biracial couples, for biracial children. My daughter's biracial. And we've endured a lot through her life. I've gone through a lot with her being biracial, but you know what? We've come a long way, to be here, and we can all love each other.
There was a movie that was released last year.
There was, yeah, it was.
They got nominated. One of the actors got nominated for an Oscar.
They did. However, there's still lots of interracial couples who say, even though it's been 50 years since that ruling, we haven't really come a long way. I agree with that. Like I said, because I've lived with that, my daughter is, and sometimes we have been places where people make remarks and say things, but you know what, we're better than that, so it's just one ear out the other, and we keep on going. It's not something, that really bothers us. Drew!
Yes.
Have you ever had any issues, if you'd care to share? Not big issues, or if you've never heard, comments, so just, sometimes just ignorant people that just have
not that
something
I know.
Neither here
if
nor
I did, I would ignore them anyway.
That's it, you know what I mean?
I don't care. They don't pay my bills, so I don't care.
Amen, exactly.
Well, if you listened to my show last year, I talked about Loving Day on Day by Day.
By day.
By day. Yes, it's true.
By day.
By day.
Where can we find Day by Day?
By day.
On iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on 247 Miami.
Check it out.
That's right. So it's Day by Day. Chris Metal, also, where can we find you? I didn't even say hello to everybody.
No, you didn't.
No.
I know. I didn't even do. I'm just so.
She's a little scattered today.
I am.
Little?
Let me pull it. Thanks, Drew. So, I'm your host, Joy Canizero of Now Trending here, and I've got my lovely co-host, Siobhan. No last name. How are you doing today, Siobhan?
I'm here.
7 minutes into the show.
Anything exciting going on?
Not really.
No? Okay. Chris Metal, what's going on with you, man?
Hello there.
Hello.
More of the same. ChrisMetalRadio.com, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Right. When he is not here at Now Trending, that's where you can find him.
Brian, get a shot of the back.
You got it? We're also today on Periscope, so we've got our intern Brian here. Hello, intern Brian. How you doing over there?
Brian.
And then we've got Drew running the show.
What's up?
How is it going, Drew?
So far, so good.
Okay, good deal. And then we got Lou.
Louis can't fix the butt there, but
hey, Lou.
that's fine.
Fix the butt, Lou.
Right. Sounds good.
Lou, I need my peoples.
Fix the butt. So, Chris Metal, what else do you have for us in this day in history today?
Oh, this day in history, it's loaded with stuff from this day in history.
It's amazing.
I hope so.
Okay, then. Moving on. Oh.
The lead story was 1987. President Reagan challenges Russian President Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down that wall.
Oh.
1987?
It's the marked almost practically the ending.
We're in the Batcave. We need to get... Yeah.
30 years
Tell
ago.
us again.
30 years ago.
So what else we got, Chris?
Actor Gregory Peck dies in 2003.
Oh.
Go ahead, Lou.
How old was he?
We're told the butt is ready.
The butt is ready?
Oh my
The butt is
God.
ready. Yeah.
Today's gonna be one of those
The butt's
shows.
working today, guys. Yes, and it's the butt.
You going, Chris?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting until their butts are ready.
Okay, our butt's ready. Go.
1920, Big Red sets record at the Belmont Stakes. World War I, 1917, King Constantine of Greece abdicates. World War II, 1940, Paris on the verge of invasion on this day in history.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Come on, Drew, that was the cue, man.
Sorry.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, it's June 12th. What a
All
great
day.
day. So, so moving forward, we've got lots to talk about today. Again, thanks for listening. This is Now Trending again. You can find us at quite a few places. You can find us at Now Trending. You can find us on Facebook.com/Now Trending 247. That's where you can find us on Facebook Live. You can also find us on Periscope. Either find us through Twitter or Periscope. It's the same connection. Same thing at Now Trending 247. So again, lots to talk about. We've got some stuff to recash from last week. Starting off, we were talking about Bill Cosby last week. Okay,
Yes.
so we're moving fast along in this trial. I asked last week, how long did we all think like this trial would take? Lots of people presumed it would be much larger than it's actually been. It's actually gone
Fast.
quite fast. Friday was the closing arguments of the prosecution. Defense actually closed their arguments today, correct?
That was a
They
quick,
called their one witness, and that was it.
Yeah,
was a
that
quick
was
defense.
it. So, like we said, now, Chris, you were saying it was going to last probably a couple months.
I imagined it was going to drag out for a bit.
I did too.
I thought it was going to be more of that, not like in the OJ case or, or those other ones that were on TV. But I figured it would go longer than 2 days, 3 days, whatever it was.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
only had
I
a few
agree.
days.
I thought it would be longer, but
Again, this happened a decade ago, allegedly.
longer than that.
Longer than a little bit
Much
more.
longer.
And now they're bringing it up. I mean, if it's rape, it has to be announced the next day or right after it happens. You don't wait 12 years
Is
or
there a gasp
whatever it
there,
is.
Siobhan?
I'm just going to
I understand.
No,
I
you're
just-
not. You need to keep your mouth shut.
I
That's
know.
not how this works.
I think I know what Siobhan is thinking. Or
I was just going to
say.
say that Bill Cosby didn't even take the stand in his defense.
He
know?
did.
I don't think he had
however,
to.
well, no. However, his defense was that him and this woman. Now, this is only one accuser in this case so far. So we may have more cases as we move forward with this.
You won't.
I don't think.
You won't because everything's past the statute of limitations.
On everyone else?
The reason why this case was pushed through because this was the last one, and it was literally like the deadline was going to happen. So that's why they pushed this case through.
Yeah, then this was just pushed through too fast. So, however, his defense today was that him and this woman actually had a relationship at that time. So it wasn't, a thing he's saying of where like he drugged her and then raped her. It was that they had a mutual relationship. He was having an affair on his wife. Today marked the first day, though, ever that his wife, Camille, did attend the court session on his behalf. She was there, well, not on his behalf, but she was there with him. So, again, that was his argument.
Chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
Where's the Batman sound?
So we should have. So I'm saying we should have a decision. I don't think the prosecution's going to come back with anything.
Does that mean the jury has been released?
I don't think they've been sequestered yet. I don't think so.
You know,
haven't
I mean,
been
they
as
should.
yet.
If the defense rests, they should be.
problem
in
with
chambers.
the problem with the jury is that they have all this previous knowledge of all these things he's done 20, 30 plus years ago.
Right.
And they're going in to this whole thing with that in the back of their minds. Now, I'm sure the judge told them, forget about all the other ones. We're only
Right.
going in for this one. But honestly, of the 12, who's going to go in pretending like that never happened?
You
Right? That
can't
doesn't
not
factor
think
in.
about that.
You can't. It's impossible. Because we're all humans, and that's what our brains do. We hear about it, he's guilty in public,
Public domain.
yeah.
Right.
Then we go in knowing that. And every time we see him, oh, he's guilty. That guy raped someone. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's the label he gets, whether he did it or not.
You're absolutely
Nobody
right.
knows.
You are absolutely right. So moving on, we had Comey last week testify. However,
Nah.
So it has raised a lot of concerns, of course, and it's raised concerns with President Trump. So the Republicans are telling Trump, they're pressing him to come clean about whether he has tapes of private conversations with former FBI Director James Comey and voluntarily provide them to Congress if he does, or possibly face a subpoena. So do you guys think, and even our Facebook viewers, our Periscope viewers, has this opened up a can of worms? Could this potentially harm Donald Trump, President Donald Trump? Drew, what does this do for you? You take a different stand than some of us here. Did you listen to the testimony?
Yes, we're kind of glued to it at work. Yes, I think it can hurt him in a sense because, he's doing that same thing he did during the campaign, would say whatever and then let it fall. But now there is a tape machine in the Oval Office, so if they dig it out and put it on there, it's up to him. That's the only
Tape
bad
machine's got reels and everything.
thing. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's been in there since the Nixon administration.
You're right.
So, Chris, what do you think about
I mean, I'm in agreement with Drew. I think it could have implications, but at the same time, I think that, Comey kind of, laid it out. And, the Democrats, if the Democrats don't agree with it and they don't like it, then it's good for President Trump. So
Comey's kind of hard to figure out. I mean,
it is. It's not, and he's not easy to follow.
Right. And that way.
This whole investigation is not easy to follow. Even from the beginning, during
weird.
elections, when things were starting to be brought to the surface, where does he stand in all of this? To be honest, where does he stand?
I appreciate that he's not partisan to one or the other, but he's really hard to figure out when you're not like that.
Well, he didn't go hard on Hillary Clinton either, so.
He's kind of stayed, he hasn't blown the whistle on either of them per se. I don't want to say blow the whistle. He could have. Now he's got some right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. He seems to be remaining neutral, amongst the two. But then you don't know. I mean, is he doing us any good? Is he doing us any bad? Is he?
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that he's neutral.
No, but But the thing is, how's this though? You appreciate that he is neutral. However, though, what if he is protecting Trump in a way that he shouldn't? How the Democrats?
But I don't think we would have been at this point if he was trying to protect Trump. I don't think you'd have.
I'm sure he could probably throw the book at. But he hasn't. He's not like.
What is he protecting him from? From what?
I don't think he wants to do it. I think he wants Mueller to do it. So that's why a lot of the questions were, that's up to the special prosecutor to do, and that's up to them, So I think he wants.
Where do you guys foresee us a year from now?
Still talking about this crap.
Right. Now, do you see still President Trump as our president, and we're still going to be sitting here talking about this?
Until the smoking gun comes out, which it could or couldn't, I think you were still talking about this.
Well, I think the next one to get interviewed is Attorney General Jeff Sessions. He's next up on the,
and he said
faces tough questions at the next Senate hearing.
Yeah, he said he'll do an open court.
And it's all about the Russia probe, which there's no Russian connection. I'm sorry. Trump didn't need Russia to win the election. Plain and simple.
Well, not to say that he used them to win, but there's something there.
Or to help just Hillary lose. Just
how far she was going to lose anyway. She was going to lose anyway. Everybody thought she was going to win. It was just the fake news. People just, making it, newsworthy. People talk about it and create all this debate.
And here we are talking about
it. He won. Plain and simple.
He did. Siobhan, what do you got to say about this? You're so quiet today.
I got to say I'm very lost with all this back and forth, and I kind of just have stopped caring.
Has it now? No, and that's the thing. No, but that's the thing.
Quite
now,
honestly.
Has it made it difficult for? Not Americans, right? We're intelligent people, but just to stay following with what truly is going on. It's just become such a complicated process.
And who do you listen to?
And listen to? And it takes time to even research both sides.
But I have one thing.
Right. Go ahead.
That kind of upset me, and that was Paul Ryan saying, "Well, he's kind of new at this." I don't know. No.
Well, he is. He's not a politician, Drew.
True, but
he's not used to the circus.
He said, and I quote, "My brain's bigger than anybody's." So, if you're going to do the job, do the job. Don't tell me you're new at this.
He is new at it, whether you like it or not, Mr. Democrat.
Oh, I
but
totally
the thing
agree.
It's like we would all be the same way.
He also said he
without
could
any
beat
prior
ISIS in a week. He also said, and he's doing the same.
And have we made any progress, though? Have we made any type of progress? We're already
I'm quite sure we probably
moving
have.
into June. But then again, it's only...
But what are you going to do overnight?
Has it not seemed like, though, we've had this man as president for, years now?
Ever?
Look at all the things that have happened since he took office.
Oh, my God, I'm so tired.
What, though? Drama. It's just been nothing but drama. Drama and tweets has been
You wake
the
up
past
like,
5 months.
You know, I blame President Obama for social media getting into the Oval Office because he was the first president basically to stop doing the weekly radio address and started doing the internet address. Because George W. always did the radio address the normal way through some AM station or.
Well, yeah,
some,
but you want to.
Obama's the first one to do the internet thing, and now Trump's rolling
Now
with
we're
it.
blaming it on
Twitter.
Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
I'm just saying he
still
started
sitting
the social
here.
media thing.
We're
with
still
the
sitting here.
internet.
We're still sitting here in 2017 blaming Obama.
I will
See?
forever blame him when it's his fault. That's it.
Oh boy.
But moving forward, no,
Yes.
but he is the last president. Again, it's only been, what, 5 months?
Ever.
Yeah. That's the sad thing, though. Do you guys agree that it seems like this man has been president
Forever.
for at least a couple of years
So
at this
long
point?
that the F is
It's
off of it. Ever. Ever.
No, but do you guys feel that way? It
No.
doesn't feel like he's just taken office. And
It's
like,
the second week of June.
The second
I
week of
don't-
He
office.
just took office January 20th.
But
He's
it's
been
like,
there
oh my-
not even 6 months.
When you wake up and your first thought is, oh, Jesus, what's going to happen today?
I'm sitting here, has the world changed yet?
Let's go.
You know, as soon as he brushes his hair and goes out there, you know what he's thinking when he's getting ready? He's like, what the F is happening now? And what have I got to put on Twitter today? You know
Do you
what I
get
mean?
your hair tips from President Trump? Like, do you read GQ
No,
magazine?
No, you know-
And do they have editorials?
Metal hair is a lot
Do they
better.
have editorials that say how to get your tips?
You know
like,
who's-
men have magazines.
Who's got
I
a
don't
similar
read them. I'm
hairstyle?
Cheeky.
Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates
Yeah.
has a similar hairstyle to Donald Trump.
You believe
Okay.
he threw him under the bus like that. However, moving forward, though, President Obama did make a lot of changes as he was leaving office when it
See ya.
came to Cuban relations with us. However, President Trump is expected to outline his new policy with Cuba next week, announcing steps that could reverse some of the changes made by former President Barack Obama to open commerce and travel after half a century standoff with the communist island. The Trump administration has been discussing policy changes that include prohibiting business with the Cuban military while maintaining the full diplomatic relations restored by Obama. The White House also has been debating new restrictions on American leisure to travel over to Cuba, which has more than tripled since Obama's 2014 announcement. So again, he's actually teaming up with Marco Rubio, who's right across the
Yeah.
street. But I know.
It gets
Can we
worse.
get a da-da-da-da-da?
You can get a couple of those.
Give it to us. But he is teaming up with him. I'm not a fan of Marco Rubio. I think,
Neither is my missus.
and you
It's
guys
not pretty.
know, it's really, tell me about the
She
missus. Does she
can't
really?
stand 'em.
There's just some politicians, and I guess everybody has them in all of their states
She can't stand it.
that can really grind your gears in the inside. Like, it's
I
just-
met him. I actually met him once.
Right.
He came. He was about us by work one day, and it was really quick. I mean, literally 3 seconds. But he seemed like a nice guy at the time. But, he was coming in there. I thought I was going out. I'm like, hey.
He may seem like a nice guy, but you just, it's
Oh,
like,
hello.
he's the type of one, though, that you just love to hate him. You know what I mean? He's just one of those politicians. There's just some politicians that when they get in front of the TV, everything about them just,
Yeah.
But I just see that, and here, like I said, haven't I been like the cheerleader for President Trump? I have been, right? Do you guys agree? I've changed.
too.
Like, I've been very neutral in saying,
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
That's from the monorail, dude. I memorized that when I was a kid.
I freaking
Only
love that
phrase
guy.
I know completely in
I'm telling you.
Spanish. The only one.
Love that
That comes in handy from day to day.
Yeah, when you're on the monorail.
guy. Hey, let me stick my hand outside.
like I said, that one and our keep that going all day.
Yes, sir.
It's like- However, it's throwing me off of what I'm
I'm so
talking
sorry.
about.
Well,
'cause-
really? I don't think.
However, no, I think though Marco Rubio is not a huge fan of our relations with Cuba. The way that we have,
But I think you got to start somewhere. I mean,
we do.
It just wasn't working for 50 years, and if you're not going to change your mind, they're not going to change your mind.
Right, and just before Obama, though, walking out the door, I mean, he totally flipped that switch, and opened that up, and, so now it is the next president's challenge. I don't want to call it an issue, because I don't feel that it's an issue. It's just another challenge that we have. But we do. You know what? That was such a fresh change that we've had, and there has to be adjustments to
Well,
it.
that change affects us down here. a lot.
It does. It totally does. However, we have had less immigrants from Cuba coming over here in the past 5 months. They've actually had like none. At the last report, there was like a few months ago. It was actually zero. I haven't checked it in the last couple of months.
I haven't either. And I think there was a little mass. I want to say not a mass exodus, but more people came across right before he turned it off.
Right before. But the thing was, President Obama sprung it, so he had to do it,
Well, they knew
just
once
so
they
we
started
didn't
talking
get an
about it, they knew it was
influx.
gonna
Oh yeah, they did. However, though, we could see changes, restricting travel, restricting certain trades. How do any of you guys feel about our new relationship with Cuba?
Well, there has to be something after the last 50 years. You can't just keep this, a severed connection.
Right.
You have to have some type of diplomatic ties, not so much political or government stuff. But there has to be more of an influence. And they're right there. They are a neighbor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you want them on your side versus somebody else.
Just don't want them against you.
Yeah, true.
They're too close.
We are, but we're very close. We live in the middle of all of it.
Right.
So, it affects us, it's a topic we discuss more, I think, here than people discuss in other parts, of the country.
I've heard it for years. I've lived here 9 years. You always hear it on the news that there's a raft coming across, landed on the beach.
all of our
or wherever
beaches.
it was.
These are our beaches, that we go to as regular.
All the time. And, I applaud them for getting here safely and, trying to, be free, from the oppression that takes place over there. But there has to be some sort of change in how things run over there because we're not going to influence them to change. They have to do it on their own, and it's going to take another revolution to change it. The Castro regime is just too solidified in what they're doing. It's not going to change for a long time, but this is going to make progress.
True.
But more has to be done.
I agree. All right, so do we have any comments going on over on Facebook, Lou? Anybody? Do we have any?
Yeah, they're talking about something else right now.
What are they talking about,
could they
though? Since it's
possibly
our
be
show,
talking
we want to
about?
know what everybody's
Yeah.
talking about. We want to be involved.
Tell them to get their own chat. They're not going to talk about this.
E3 conference going on right now. Xbox introduced.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, that's really cool.
Hey guys, we're talking about Cuba.
Nothing's
Oh,
better
I
than...
want to know about that. Lou, what's going on with the
Change.
E3
Nothing's better than the Nintendo 64
We are
or
an
you Xbox
interactive,
heads.
we're an interactive radio talk show. So again, I want
What I gotta
to
say
know what's
about
going
that?
on with everybody. If that's what's trending, that's what's trending. How
Well,
come I don't know about that?
I noticed on YouTube that if you go to youtube.com, the YouTube logo has changed. And
No.
look, see, it has the video gamers and
Oh, my
E3
goodness.
right next to it, so you can check out some gaming stuff. I noticed that
Sweet.
earlier today.
Awesome.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Ah, sorry.
that's what they're talking about.
Awesome.
Apparently. Search games channels and videos.
Well, guess what? I've got some news to report, but it's not news that you guys want to hear about.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's one you guys told me not to even talk about.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. I
A
have
single winning Powerball ticket matching all six
Stop,
numbers
I will
was
cut your
sold.
mic. Stop.
Matching all six numbers was sold in California and will claim an estimated $447.8 million jackpot. Lottery officials have stated it was not immediately known where the ticket that will claim the 10th largest lottery prize in U.S. history was sold, according to Powerball spokesman Randy Miller. So the lucky numbers drawn Saturday night were 20, 26, 32, 38, 58,
Blah, 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 blah.
and the Powerball number was number 3. Any numbers you guys would ever pick?
No.
Yeah, those are all my numbers. I just didn't play.
I know. Oh, God.
I go through phases. Do you guys? Okay, because we've had Florida was one of the first states that had lottery. So I mean, I've been watching. I don't want to say I've been playing since I was a kid.
Illegal.
No, but you know what? It's like as you're a kid growing up with the lotto down here, like your parents for Christmas, they'd always buy you scratch offs. But it was always like one of those jokes, like don't cut the tag off mattress. Like the police are going to come. Don't tell anybody you scratched that dollar ticket. We'll go to jail. But that's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
You know what? I had actually been watching that the jackpot grow, and was thinking I need to get a ticket. I need to go buy a ticket, and of course I never did.
Right. Well,
I saw Sunday as I was driving, and I saw the billboard. I'm like, oh, someone won.
okay. Is it not depressing when you're driving down the highway after someone's won and you see the number has gone down?
Yeah,
A little bit.
A little.
It's depressing when you forget to buy the ticket.
Well, that's it. But I'm saying, I think it's something though that we all experience. Like we've had those billboards around forever, but now we share them since we share the Powerball with many other states.
We'll be done in 5 years.
Huh?
We'll be done in 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Powerball one will be done in 5 years. They usually, and then the lotto winners usually die. They go.
True.
They go crazy.
They buy all the drugs and stuff.
Don't don't you hate it though when you see those shows where the people have gone broke, like they've won like just tons of money from the lotto, and then now they're just back to. But money goes that way. If you cannot.
If you're not
manage
trained,
it properly, what's the first thing you would do if you like? I'd get a name change.
Get a financial advisor.
What? Why?
I'd change my name.
Get a
Because
financial
you go into
advisor.
hiding.
No, get a
No,
financial
you
advisor.
don't.
First thing you do is you get a lawyer and a financial advisor.
I don't know anybody.
You don't go to quite
You
the
do not
opposite.
sign your right to wear.
You get on every billboard and you say that line from Dave Chappelle. I'm rich, biatch. You know what I mean?
But why? Why?
They go, why not?
No. What you do
You're
is
one-
Well, apparently, Chris is one of these people who would go a little overboard.
You're one.
No, he'd be on the TLC show, How I Had It and Lost It All.
You
Please
are
stand
one.
clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados.
I'm going to Disney World.
I'm owning Disney World. It's Drewland.
You're in a small handful of people that have defied the odds of winning a jackpot.
292 million to 1 is the odds to win.
You have at least a shred of a right to broadcast it.
I wouldn't.
Do you know all the leeches
You know what
that
I do?
come out?
Oh, all your
that
friends are gonna
way?
come out. All your
Like,
friends are gonna
I mean,
come out.
all the leeches.
I'd run for president.
Family members?
Yeah.
I'd run for president.
Yeah, you do what the other guys did. Buy everybody in your family a house, and then you're broke.
That's
You'd
what.
I would
Everybody
take
else is
care.
cool.
I mean, I would take care of. However, though, go ahead, Siobhan. What were you going to
Well,
say?
you would have long lost cousins coming out of the woodworks, you know?
Yeah, everybody who hated you from before,
Everybody got
everybody
the
would
same
have an
last name.
apology,
Yeah, kids you
everybody
don't
would be, you know.
Kids you don't know.
I bet you there'd be lots of kids you don't know.
Miss Metal, are you my dad?
I'm out. I'm out.
Nope, I'm not. Slam the door.
You guys are awful today. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we've got the mayor, we've got Siobhan with news, we've got odd news stories, we've got lots of things to talk about. Make sure you guys stay tuned with us on Facebook Live or at 247miami.tv or over on Periscope. We shall return.
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, and other 247miami.tv hosts and advertisers. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure of disease or condition.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day, by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Oh, boys! I'm back! what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Only on 247miami.tv.
Out trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending, coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joy Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, this is Harley and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
And we're back here now trending. You can find us on 247miami.tv. You can also find us on Facebook.com/Now Trending 247 and over on Twitter and Periscope at Now Trending 247. So we're back again today. Our show, it's in the Batcave. Lou, did you make sure you got all of our decor? Did you make sure?
Our decor?
It costs, yeah, look at our Batman decor. We're in the Batcave.
Batman logo.
Don't you guys like it?
You know, love it. He doesn't even put this much up in his Batcave.
How do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly.
And all the little squiggly things like POW.
Squiggly things.
Look at the things.
Oh, like Danglemore?
It's like a 7-year-old's birthday.
Lou was afraid it would cover your face. You should have seen what I had to go through.
That's better.
However, I fought so much for the decor, it's starting to drive me nuts, though. The one on my mic.
That one's cool, though. That one's the one with the wings out. That's really cool.
Yeah, I
See?
like that one. That was okay.
You can take it home.
I had that one over. I will. I'll let everybody take a Batman
awesome.
thingy home today,
Okay.
okay?
This is a great show.
How about that? So, Siobhan's got news for us, so news with Siobhan.
Oh, no special announcement?
and back to...
That was from last week. Remember, this was an edited show sheet.
Alrighty, I got you. Yes, I can talk about
June 12th.
It's summer. We're summer slacking.
So, okay, yesterday Puerto Rico had a vote, and they voted for U.S. statehood in a non-binding referendum. They are claiming our equal rights as American citizens, according to Puerto Rico's governor. 97% of the votes favored statehood, but voter participation was low at just 23% after opposition parties called for a boycott of what they call the rigged process, in part over the ballot language. However, this does not mean that Puerto Rico is automatically going to become a state. That would be the 51st state of our United States. Congress will ultimately decide whether the status of the U.S. Commonwealth changes. It will be up to this new generation of Puerto Ricans to demand and claim in Washington the end of the current improper colonial relationship and begin a transition process to fully incorporate Puerto Rico as the next state of the Union, says Governor Ricardo Rossello. So, for Puerto Rico to become a state, Congress would need to pass a statute laying out the transition process. If Congress does not pass the statute, Puerto Rico's status will remain as it is. So, what do you guys think? Should Puerto Rico be 51?
With a few stipulations.
Okay, so that would be in the statute that Congress creates.
Which, if they're smart, they will. You must first get out of the debt that you got yourselves into.
Exactly.
Before the
Go ahead.
American taxpayer is going to bail you out.
Now, that seems to be the main premises of their decision.
That's why they want statehood.
That's the opinions, as I said, based on their decision.
Yep.
And they owe us lots of money.
Yeah. So
They owe everybody money.
They do. So how do we feel, though, as Americans? How do we feel? Like you said, you said based on, but, with the amount of money that they owe us, they're going to have to come up with a big down payment first. How do we even begin collecting the type of money that they owe us?
The other side of the coin, they do use U.S. currency.
Yeah.
So for that, they feel some sort of umbilical, connected to Washington, D.C., or the Treasury. You know what I mean? But this is mismanagement of the funds there and gross mismanagement of budgetary, all that legal stuff. And instead of taking accountability for it and trying to rework how you do things, they're just like, oh, we'll just become a state, and then they'll just bail us out. It's not how it works. Obama's not there anymore. You know?
Here we go.
Because he would do it.
I know you said the O word. It was just funny how you used.
He would do it. He would give it to them so they could bail themselves out and become a better, neighbor.
Right, though, and that's the thing. You know what? It's a work together relationship. You know, what though could they provide for us? I mean, in addition to giving your money back, it comes to the point where we all work to help each other. That's how this country works. We all, provide some type of resource or, throughout this country. Go ahead, Lou. What were you going to say?
They do send soldiers to war.
They send soldiers to war.
They do.
Give their
They do
life.
put their lives on the line and not get a representation of the country.
And we do have a naval base over there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So, that's
they
a
do
good
testing.
point. Now, is that from you or is that from a viewer? Do we have any viewers? Viewers, give us your opinion. I mean, as far as your opinions as Puerto Rico, as their Commonwealth,
What can they
should
offer?
they remain? What could they offer us? I mean, how do we work together, though? That's the thing is they can't just be. I think we look upon them. We don't look at them like a neighbor who is a part of us to where we all have this working relationship.
Right.
No, we look at them as a stepchild.
And that is, we looked at them as a stepchild. But I think at this point, if we're going to keep this type of relationship going, we need to start looking at them more of like, a sibling, a brother, sister, like we do with other states, and working together. So again, it just, how do we bring them up to par?
What are they going to do? Give us more rum?
Well, to start.
Right. I agree in that aspect.
That's not bad.
Well,
But
they could promote tourism, and bring tourism to the island. And
tourism
They
is
do.
doing
That's
great.
the only income, pretty much.
Right.
Other
But
than
even
rum.
as far as their tourism works, I mean, how much of that, like we said, that does go to Puerto Rico, but then how much of that is, it generates through, the U.S. budget. Do you get what I'm saying? Like how much of that, how are they paying taxes on what they're obtaining
They're
through?
not. That's the problem. They're
Right. It's like, they're not. And here they are, though. Again, it's like a state, but it's a stepchild state.
A step state.
I think it's.
They have forever had.
And it's a beautiful place. So you know what? It would be a beautiful thing if we all did work together. Them helping us helping them. I think that we do have something
You can set the rules up and do that.
great
You can do
going,
it.
but
you can do it.
we've all got to
It's just a
agree.
matter of. You're exactly right. You just have to do it.
We've got to get rid of the moochers, people. We've really got to get rid of the moochers, and it's time, people start pulling their weights. Their weight?
The weights?
Their weights. Whatever they
Please
have.
stand clear of the doors.
Yes.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
I'm so
I think
happy
it's
you
send that
found
guy
that.
up. You know what's that?
haven't
When I
heard that
found
in
that,
years.
when I found that on some site, I couldn't stop laughing. My wife like, okay, you found it.
As soon as you played it, did I not trip out like I was in here dying? Go ahead.
Back in the monorail.
God, love it. God. Lou, can we have a show from the monorail?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, contact Disney.
Do it on the green screen.
Work it out. Work it out.
Put it on the green screen for the website.
Oh, you know what? That would be great if we had like a monorail setting. We do it on a green screen, like we're sitting inside a monorail.
Well, that's why we took the pictures in front of the green screen to superimpose an image.
Lou, let's do it.
People are busy. Sorry.
Yeah, all of us.
Okay, let's talk again about Drew's favorite first family. The president and first lady's commuter marriage appears to be over as the family has united.
What, you said
under
marriage
oath
over?
again. No, their commuter marriage, not
What,
the whole
to
marriage.
CNN again? Oh.
First Lady Melania Trump and son Barron, who we remember is 11, moved into the White House on Sunday after spending the first several months of President Trump's presidency residing in their Trump Tower penthouse in New York, which I'm sure a lot of New Yorkers appreciate now that all the security can go away. And
It won't go away forever.
but it'll be much reduced without them there. Melania Trump says she's looking forward to the memories we'll make in our new home. It is unusual for the First Lady and the President to live apart during any stretch of the presidency, much less in its infancy. The Washington Post reported it appeared unprecedented and described the decision as flouting the most basic of all First Lady traditions. Sounds like they're kind of shaming her. After Trump's inauguration in January, Melania Trump and Barron remained in New York so that he could finish out the school year at Columbia Grammar and Prep School on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. He will transfer to the private St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland for the coming year. So, what do you guys think? Is this a big deal?
Not really.
Do you care?
No, not really.
Do you think she made a good decision?
Not really.
Yeah, I think she had to. I don't think she could have. It was causing controversy.
From the point
How
of
do you have
security and
come
money.
on,
and
how do you
I agree.
have the president living in the White House and then his wife and son living back home in New York? That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works.
No, but I think
I said, give me a hell yeah!
No!
I think as a mother, she made the right decision to keep her son in school and not,
Yeah, I think she
uproot
did.
him for,
I was just going to say that you can't just extract them
I
and
agree.
move them. And
I agree. Well,
okay,
I mean,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Okay, now at the end of the year, I agree. However, like it was the end of the year. I think that yes, he needs to finish out the school that he was at.
Yeah.
Like he did. However, at the beginning was, do we stay here in New York or do we move to Washington? I understand the school. She was being a good mom. She took a
Right.
lot of criticism, even about that. Which no, I think she was being even overprotective as a mom. Wanting the best for her son,
for
but
that
I think
give her credit for.
yeah, but I think though with her being the first lady in the White House, they found a great school. There was always potential. It's not like there wasn't a great school around there that they could send him to. Is my point. But I just think it would have been very unconventional not having her in the White House. I think it would be a bad look.
Right.
It's not the typical, and that's maybe bad to say because we don't want to follow stereotypes, but then I think that we do have to have some type of standard, when it comes to families, when it comes to, what we portray as families, not in all senses, because families are quite different these days, but I think to have it a solid family, with two spouses, a child.
Well, apparently her parents were living in the Trump Tower along with them, and they have also moved into the White House. So Trump's got his in-laws.
So Trump has the in-laws in the White House. Okay, this is great. This would make for great reality TV. I would love to watch that.
That's
You want to be a fly on the wall there?
Okay, maybe then it was Donald Trump keeping her away from the White House.
Perhaps.
Like, you and the kid aren't coming because you have the parents.
We'll see if he deports his in-laws.
You see the parents? Yeah.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, wow.
That's a cold one.
But how long? Is it just temporary?
I don't know. I read this yesterday in a report. The report I pulled up this morning did not talk about the in-laws. So
I didn't know they were here. I thought they were still over there.
Well, the report I read yesterday said that they were living in the Trump Tower with Melania and Barron, and that they did arrive in Washington D.C. as well. So I don't know if that means they're moving in or just visiting.
Just visiting.
They're probably going to be the babysitters.
Perhaps. Who knows?
It's crucial to the child's development.
Maybe.
Come on now.
It's family.
Get past it.
nice.
There's more
there's
stuff
got
to
to be
worry
plenty
about.
of room in the White House for you to stay on that side.
They can take one of the wings.
There's plenty of room. You know what I mean?
Plenty of room. You're going to need to go to security to come see me.
There's no hide-a-beds, nothing like that.
I'm quite sure there's a couple.
I wonder if it's like homely. If you have
course
a
it is.
chance to be homely.
What was that?
though.
Comely?
Homely.
Comely?
Homely.
Ooh. Are you serious?
No, but it's just like, we all think of that space, like we go home to each night where you have peace. Is there ever a point where you could fully let your guard down?
Oh, honey, he is still Donald Trump. I'm quite sure he's got rules and stuff in place.
Yeah.
But there has to be somebody always there. There's somebody there's got to be bodyguards, Secret Service.
Yes.
You're sitting there watching TV with your family, but then you've got Bob and Joe, standing at the door.
Well, they're not in the room. They're probably just outside the door.
It's so impersonal. Would you want that position? Would you want to live like that?
No.
No, like let's say one of his
I don't think he
hobbies.
does either.
Let's say one of his hobbies was playing guitar, and he really sucked at it. And he's sitting in there jamming away, trying to play Dust in the Wind or something like that, or Stairway. And the Secret Service guy on the outside just laughing his ass off because Trump sucks at playing guitar.
Can you pass gas regularly?
I would anyway. I don't care who's around.
Come on.
You heard it here.
Shooting down the hallway.
Do you just walk around, just
crop
and
dust
go,
anybody.
Let's go see Judge Sessions. Hang on.
I just find it such an invasion of privacy.
Imagine how tall Comey is. How many people he crop dusted.
I just want a room where I can just fart.
Trust me, there's a lot of rooms you can fart in the White House.
But alone.
Alone.
And I'll bet right after Trump breaks wind, he's like, "'Cause I'm the president."
You're fired.
So what I believe you were trying to say.
But even the bathroom,
is
just think
thank
about
you.
it. So if somebody, right out your door.
Yeah, but hopefully there's a loud
It
fan
gets worse
in
than
there when you
that.
turn
It
the
gets
light
worse
on.
than that. When they go out somewhere,
Yeah.
there's literally a guy, he puts on plastic on the stool, so when they go, they collect it and they leave with it.
What?
I kid you not.
With what?
It makes sense.
With his byproducts.
But that makes sense. But does that happen with all presidents?
Yes.
Where did you get this information?
Because apparently one of the presidents...
No, it makes sense. Because
one of the presidents went to the bathroom, got sick, and somehow someone tracked it down and said, oh, the president analyzed it, and said the president had this.
Yeah.
So from that point forward, there's a guy with a bag.
Yeah, that's his DNA. I'm nobody special, and I make jokes like if I leave hair around and I'll pick it up and throw it away, I'm like, I don't want to leave my DNA. Right?
Right. So there's a guy that does that.
Wow.
How do you know the guy?
I bet you he gets paid really good.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
I bet you a really good paying job.
What's the job?
What's the job title?
President crap collector?
Booba Scooper? I don't know.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's move on.
Please.
It really devolve here. The New York-based arts organization came under fire for staging a production of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar starring Trump lookalike Greg Henry in the titular role. In this staging of the play, which was part of the summer's Free Shakespeare in the Park, Caesar is a businessman known for his petulant personality, fancy suits, and blondish hair with orange overtones. His wife, Calpurnia, even has a Slavic accent, much like First Lady Melania Trump. Calpurnia. In the play, Roman senators fear Caesar had become power-hungry, so they stab him to death. Delta Airlines pulled its funding of the theater group on Sunday in response to mounting criticism, soon after Bank of America pulled its sponsorship of the play but will retain its funding of the theater. No matter what your political stance may be, the graphic staging of Julius Caesar at this summer's Free Shakespeare in the Park does not reflect Delta Airlines' values, says Delta's spokesperson. Their artistic and creative direction crossed the line on the standards of good taste. We have notified them of our decision to end our sponsorship as the official airline of the public theater effective immediately. There's so much going on right now, I'm distracted. The play is set to open Monday at the Delacorte Theater in Central Park, but early previews immediately stirred up intense controversy, even though Trump's name is never mentioned in the production.
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, and other 24/7 Miami.TV hosts and advertisers. These
but yes, Delta Airlines does not agree, and Bank of America has pulled their funding. So, would you guys go see this Shakespeare in the Park now that you know what it's about?
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't.
It's kind of a big thing every summer. It is a big thing in New York every summer, the Shakespeare in the Park.
If you're going to go to that as a normal routine, yeah, you might still go, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
because I can't.
Absolutely not. If you want to see Shakespeare,
no, it's free.
Go to Broadway. Go to the real place.
If you were already there, though. Yeah. I never went to Shakespeare in the Park while I lived there. When I was living in New York, it just didn't really appeal to me. But I feel like this publicity is going to draw attention, and people are going to want to see it now anyhow.
Yep.
So, anyway.
I think there'll be protests.
There will. I mean, yeah, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. It opens tonight. Tonight is the first show, so we'll see how many.
Rains.
That would kind of suck.
Nope, it wouldn't.
Justice.
Justice.
Okay, finally, we're talking about porch pirates here.
Oh boy.
Drew just loves that term. I don't know.
Because it could mean anything.
Exactly. This is so funny.
Some police departments are trying new methods to catch brazen criminals known as porch pirates. These are thieves who steal packages left on doorsteps. Reports show that at least 23 million Americans have fallen victim to the crime. Police are now turning to technology for help in doing their own deliveries, using bait packages with GPS trackers inside to find and arrest thieves. One man in Campbell, California, had security cameras that caught a man approaching his porch before apparently making it off with his delivery. It's one of those things in life, he said, you just don't want to go through. And this motivated him to work with his local police department, who now uses his porch to drop off bait packages, hoping to lure criminals. Let's hope none of the criminals are reading this article.
Exactly, not anymore.
Inside a regular shipping box, officers pack a common delivery item along with a GPS tracking device, the exact details of which they want to keep under wraps so criminals don't know what to look for. The programs have been successful in several cities across the country. Arcadia police in California say more than 100 suspected thieves have taken the bait. Wow, that's kind of a lot. But the tactic also raises concerns after a stolen bait package led to a high-speed chase and officers swarmed a movie theater to make an arrest. Well, they shouldn't be stealing the packages. While experts say these operations are legal, some say they should be regulated by court order or warrant. And some say this is falling under entrapment. So first of all, have you ever had something stolen off of your porch?
No.
Not as of
Not
yet,
me.
but it's very common.
I did, but
Yeah.
what they stole was really worthless to me, so it didn't matter.
How is that entrapment?
Oh.
Entrapment is literally putting it in your face. If
Well,
it's on my
because
door.
it's just, I agree with you. No, but I think it's a good idea. I think at this date and time, I think where we're at now, people, it's common now to get packages
Right.
delivered for everything.
Right.
I'm talking your most minimum toilet paper, groceries.
Yes.
People are getting everything delivered to their door. They're paying money for it. The thing is, though, now it's deciding, though, at least this is going to help thieves. Because the bigger issue is, too, you have delivery drivers that are lazy. They just don't deliver packages, so you don't know if it's stolen. Like, you don't. Trust me, that's a whole another issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is a good idea right now because people are losing lots of money. Companies are losing lots of money because they will replace these packages.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's one. You know, if certain details, if someone takes it, they will go ahead and replace the package. There's other companies that do the same thing because it's the right thing to do. You know, they want you to trust in their service. However, this is a big issue now with people just driving around and stealing boxes.
We're following trucks.
Who is Chris?
I'm over here.
Oh my God, she's mixing us up now.
I don't know if you see there's a YouTube video.
Right.
Someone put feces.
Right.
Oh.
To trick someone, so when they grabbed it, they got a thing of feces.
Yeah.
Just to try to trick them. I'm wondering that somewhere someone goes have like tons of sex toys.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. But I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think we need to start moving in that direction. Unfortunately,
it could also be a scam in the works too. Like if you know Amazon's going to replace it if it's stolen, you call your buddy, hey man, I got
And
a
that's what they
DVD player
do.
coming. Come and take it, and I'll report like it was stolen.
right. But
You know what
Amazon
I mean?
watches for that. They watch our accounts. and
Yeah, it's
don't
definitely
think-
fraud, but someone's going to find a way through it. At first, at least.
I also don't think you need a warrant to do that. If you have permission of the property owner,
Right.
why do you need the court to get in the middle?
Well, yeah, and that depends on where they're placing these boxes. They have to be
They're
legal.
supposed to be on doorstep. So
legal
why,
places.
That means they're going onto someone's property. Why would you need a warrant to do that?
But then, you know what? Here's another twist, though. Like, I was watching my Discovery ID last night, and you had this homeowner who set up to where it happened a few years ago. I forgot, was it like in Wisconsin? But he set up his house because he was robbed before. He was tired. You know, he didn't want to live in fear. The man was senile. But then he set up his house as if he was going away, and kind of put the word out like he was going away. So he kind of suspected that people would come, that people come and, you know, break into the house. But he was sitting in his house waiting with the guns.
Oh.
And he killed, it was 2 teenagers. It was a young gentleman and a young lady, and he just killed them. But the thing was, he recorded everything. He had video cameras and audio for when people broke in to protect him. However, he kept it running, you know, but he set it up. But imagine, you know, people may get the idea, you know, they get tired of having their packages stolen, so I'm going to leave this. I mean, people are nuts these days.
It's still breaking into someone's house.
Yeah, it is.
Still breaking into someone's house. I mean,
Yeah, but in that case, no, he like said, I mean, he was out to kill them. Oh, boy, it was.
If they weren't going to break the law by breaking into his house,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have gotten killed.
But he did. But it was premeditated. Like, he had it since he set it up. They ended up.
But everyone's premeditated. If you hit by an alarm, then you're premeditating.
Yeah. No, but he. You got to watch that Discovery ID
I
episode.
agree. It's both different. So it's extreme, but at the end of the day,
That one, Siobhan. What else you got?
Whoa. That's all I have. What do you have?
What do you have? Like you said, you have your stolen packages. How do you usually resolve it? I mean, does it happen often to you?
No. This happened at an old address I lived at, and working in the promotions field, this is what was delivered to me.
And you get lots of packages.
I do.
Good packages.
Yeah. Don't tell. No, I don't. I get terrible stuff.
I'm gonna start hanging out at her building.
that's your new address, 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
So what was sent to me, I was doing some demonstrations for a vacuum, and the vacuum was sent to me. I got that, no problem. But they were also sending me, I kid you not, a bag of dirt to show how well the vacuum picked up the dirt. And so it was a bag of dirt, a bag of cat litter, and like a swatch of a piece of carpeting.
They sent you a bag of used cat litter?
Not used.
Okay, just making clear.
All in a box. So it's like, but that one, that disappeared, and I thought to myself, whoever stole this, opened it up and thought, what the heck did I?
Imagine but you steal something and you open a box like that, and it's just cat litter, a bag of dirt,
Let's
and a piece of carpeting. So it was really ridiculous that was stolen, and I really didn't care, and I just thought it was kind of like the joke's on you. But the whole principle of a package being stolen off of my front porch
And usually it's your neighbors that do it.
Yeah, that was kind of upsetting. So, but I think I'm in a nicer location now, hopefully, and I know my neighbors better. So, hopefully
and she hasn't given me her address yet since she's moved.
Either.
I have security guards in the front.
Oh, you're going out of town? No problem.
She moved like a long time ago, and yeah, we haven't been invited over yet.
Why is that?
So, before we go to break, we do have Platinum Pro Wrestling Fight for Independence Saturday, July 1st, 2017 at the Platinum Pro Arena, BFW Post 1966 at 350 Southwest 25th Street in Fort Lauderdale. You'll see your favorite wrestlers, one of mine, Martin Stone. You've got Tokyo Monster Kahagas. We're going to have Angel Rose, Dynamite Didi, all your favorite Platinum Pro Wrestling superstars will be in the house again. That's going to be Saturday, July 1st. That's going to be the Fight for Independence at the Platinum Pro Arena. Again, VFW Post 1966, 350 Southwest 25th Street in Fort Lauderdale. So again, our listeners, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, but make sure you stay tuned to Facebook. We're at Now Trending 247. Same thing on Periscope and Twitter at Now Trending 247. Or you can hear us on 247miami.tv. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just to let you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
only on 247miami.tv.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day, by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
only on 247miami.tv.
Out trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending. Coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joey Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Yeah, back here on the Now Trending on Mr. Chris Metal Radio.
Welcome back. So again, thanks for everybody for joining us. We are here again on Facebook Live. You can find us at Now Trending 247. Periscope and Twitter, same thing, Now Trending 247. You can also find us on 247miami.tv. Joining us now, we're about to do some sports.
Hello, Mayor.
And we've got the mayor on the line. How are you doing?
Mayor.
Okay, so before we get into sports,
Stand by, Mayor.
is he there? We've got him.
Yeah, we have Mayor
He's here.
West.
No, because
We have-
the mayor, he's got some things he wants to talk about. I don't know if you want to do it sports before we get into sports, but you guys go ahead.
Mayor, how are you, sir?
I'm chilling. What's good, man? How you?
It's good to hear your voice. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's good to be heard, man.
Okay, you got some things you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, we in the building. We on the air. Everything good?
We are in the building, sir.
Alright, hello everybody in the building. What up, Joy? What up, Chris? What up, Mike? What up, Devon? Listen, man, everything is everything, man. You know me, man. I'm always keeping a smile on my face and always trying to maintain. But you know, I have my moments. You know what I mean? I give it to like it's you got in hard body. But I also like people that come before me. You know what I mean? Because I learned a lot from them. So no matter what you get from me, always try to take it as either it's a learning moment or it's a moment where we interconnect. What happened? One of my big homies today, well, last night in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know if y'all aware or whatever. No, I'm a member of the Zulu, and TC Islam was killed last night in Atlanta, and I'm feeling some kind of way about it. And you know, I think that I have to talk to people the ledge, because sometimes I don't see the forest for the trees. You know? And so when I get around good people, or my people down there in Miami, or my people even on the like, yo, just be easy. I can't really be easy, because again, we're walking around here in borrowed time. You understand?
You're right.
Right.
Well, no stick-up kid. He wasn't no bad dude. He just was a dude who told the truth. And so I relate, because I tell the truth. And there's a lot of people out there who don't like that.
Right.
So, and is that I'm feeling kind of way, but I know how to control my emotions, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And radio and entertainment and what you see, you know, online and in your travels and on television or whatever, that's the illusion, yo.
Yep.
When that red light goes off, reality comes back. Reality never stops. So I'm saying all this to say, man, be who you are, but be proud to be who you are. Because again, people take your online, your television persona, and they think that's who you are in totality. So when they come across you, either they feel some kind of animosity towards you, or they want to get next to you. Because you're the flavor of the month, all right? TC Islam, he was like one of the dudes who would always, you know, pull my bootstraps up, tell me if I was wrong, and would dare me to look sideways. Like when I say something to somebody, you be like, yo, he called me Des. Yo, Des, man, that wasn't rude. And I have to eat that, because first of all, he's my elder. He's my OG. Right? So I have to treat him with respect as such. And even if I want to have an in-depth conversation with him, to be always respectful. So I'm going to cut it short, man. I'm going to just say, man, I'm feeling some kind of way today, man. Hug your people, man. Tell your people who's close to you that you respect and you love. Tell them that. Don't be embarrassed. Word up. So I just want to get that off my chest, man. And all my people out.
Move around.
I think y'all listening. I know y'all know that.
Getting a bad connection here, Mayor.
I mean, 24/7, holding it down. My people got me. I'm feeling some kind of way, but I'm ready to chop it up.
Yeah, we had to get good. We just hope you feel better.
Champion Pittsburgh Penguins. They did what they had to do.
Yeah, a little bit of controversy last night in the second period. The minute and 7 mark of the second period.
There's a lot of series, man. But again, I'm not here to cry about it because I'm not really a Nashville fan.
No, but you're a fan of fair play, Mayor, as we've talked about many times, and this play should have been reviewed because of if you could see, I'll just kind of break down the play for everybody listening. The referee, I guess, had thought the goalie had froze the puck, but in fact the puck was just going through the crease. It was still live, if you look around the other side. And it was tapped in by a member of the Nashville Predators, and they should have had a 1-0 lead at that point. But the goal was waved off because of a quick whistle. And really, if the referee was on the other side of the ice, it would not have happened. It wouldn't have been blown dead.
You're talking about the first. You're talking about the first goal.
The first goal that Nashville scored in the second period.
You know what, though, Chris? I look at it from an aspect of it. It looked like a goal to me, but those down there, they're the arbiters of the game. They know better than I do. I was kind of surprised that they waved it off because I didn't really see anything. Because I'm looking like, is the guy in the crease? No. Was he interfering? No. So what was the problem?
I mean, the ref thought that Murray was sitting on the puck because he's sitting on his rear end in the crease, and maybe the referee thought that the puck was under his,
Right.
purse.
That's how they wheeled their way out of that one.
The goal. I mean, the puck's going across the line. It's still live.
Right. Right. Exactly. What else you say?
So this game, right? This game would have been 1-0 in the second period, and that puts a whole new premise on the game as far as how Pittsburgh attacks the rest of the game.
That's right, momentum and everything. That's right. You're absolutely right, man. But I just feel like Pittsburgh, they're probably going to end up winning the series anyway.
Most likely.
Nashville kind of outplayed them. I'm not going to front. Nashville did play them, really, really well, and they kind of outplayed them in some parts of that series.
I mean, this was the closest game by far because it was 1-0. I don't count the empty net with 10 seconds to go.
Right.
So this game was the closest one of the 6, and definitely the most entertaining, and especially after that goal was waved off. It just changed the whole. I think it changed the momentum. It really did.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, you lose the air. Everyone just drops.
The referees are out to get him. I mean, if that was Crosby scoring that goal, they wouldn't have blown it off. They wouldn't have waved it off. You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're right. Right. And if it was Crosby that was getting his head punched into the ice, like he was doing PK Subban, you'd have a whole other situation going on.
Or throwing the ball on the ice.
Yeah, and he throws a sports bottle on the ice. I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to look at it for what it is, though, Chris. We see it, from an objective standpoint, and you just have to call it what you see it. But again, we're just looking at it, man. We're not the ones who are, putting down the final ruling, even though we know better. You know what I'm saying? So, again, salute and respect to the back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins, man. That's all I can leave it at that, man.
No, I can't argue it because especially after the way Game 5 was played, they just dominated, and they were going to do that in Game 7 if Nashville happened to win this game. So it is what it is. They're definitely the better team, but this was absolute robbery, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to nitpick, you definitely can. You definitely will have solid ground to stand on. So I agree with you.
Yep, it was a total screw job. Anyway, switching gears to Major League.
Now let's talk about some real craziness, man. Game 4. NBA Finals, Game 5 is tonight, but I just want to get this and say this real quick. Game 4 was one of the worst officiated, worst played, worst commentated games I've ever seen in my life.
No, I agree. That was the one game that I tuned into the most out of the first 3 because the first 3 basically were blowouts. So
if you wanted a conspiracy theory, or if you wanted to talk about how bad the refereeing was, or if the NBA set it up, or if they wanted to stretch the series out for ratings and for money, that was the game to prove your theory. Yep. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So again, I was not really a fan of they're fixing the games, Chris. You know what I mean? Because if they fix the games, what fun is it for us?
Yeah, that's no good.
If you don't even know who's winning, why play?
I mean, this was exactly why the Celtics won Game 4 against the Cavaliers, because they wanted to stretch it out. And LeBron wanted to be LeBron and win in Boston, stretch it out so they get a little extra paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they would have had that game. They would have had the game iced, but he had 4 fouls in the first half. I mean, that's un-LeBron. Like, when has he done that before? You know?
Right. And as far as game 4 is concerned with Golden State and Cleveland in the finals, man, I mean, the referees are making, the calls they were making was so asinine, yo.
No, they were terrible.
Like, for real, man. And then they had to try to justify and backpedal and then, kind of smooth over the mess they made, which was made it even more uglier. So again, man, I'm really not, understanding, and I'm kind of like losing my, I don't know the word for it. Maybe Drew can help me out. Drew,
yes.
Maybe I can, get some kind of clarity on what's going on. Because really, my passion for this thing is kind of like flying out the window. If it's already predetermined who's going to win, why am I wasting my time talking about this? If we already know who.
Because the NBA wants their money.
Well, I hope whoever gave them their money is satisfied with the product they got.
Can you explain to me that foul situation with Green? Because I didn't understand what was going on.
Technical foul?
Okay, yeah. and here we go. What happened was the threes, in their haste and in their exuberance to put a technical foul on Draymond Green, they just totally confused the issue. Okay? The whole focus is, oh my goodness, Draymond Green gets his second technical, which they called it on the wrong dude, Drew. Simple as that. They should have been on Kerr, but they gave it to Draymond Green.
Yep.
Now, to get an explanation on that, I had no idea. I had my homie send me the official score sheet from the game, from Game 4, and in the first quarter, because they write down all the statistics after every quarter. And for them to try to lie and say they made a mistake is some BS, because it says in plain black and white, and I'll email it to you, Drew. I got it. Chris, if you need it, I got you, homie.
Absolutely.
It says in plain black and white, technical foul, Draymond Green won in the first quarter. So whoever was doing the official scoring, Drew, you follow me?
Yeah.
They did Draymond Green's name, because that's what the referee told them to do.
And the reporter said it was very loud in the arena at the time, and they said they may have heard him incorrectly.
It's loud in every game.
Yeah, because Green and Kerr, it sounds similar.
It's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know Mr. Bond is over there like,
So
they don't have an answer for that either.
So how they know it was supposed to be for Kerr and not Green?
Because when they went back to go look at it, Drew, because again, at the end of the day, it's conspiracy theory again. If you give Draymond Green that second tech, he's out the game.
Yeah.
And if he's out the game, guess what else happens? No Draymond Green for Game 5.
Yep.
Hurry up.
Really.
Figure it out. Come up with some kind of asinine BS response. And Adam Silver was sitting right there acting. So, I mean, it all adds up. I know Joy is like, That's doing something here. I'm trying to understand what the hell's going on.
Really
Because
cool.
when my man sent me the sheet and it had Draymond Green's name on it, that's one technical foul. They gave him the second when he should have been out the game. But that mistake, Chris,
Yep.
they had to backpedal. They didn't want to drama.
I'll be honest
with you. The drama that they already was giving us in Game 4. That whole Game 4 was nonsense.
Yep.
I can tell you, when looking at the...
nonsense. So, I don't mean to be going off the rails, but you know how I give it up, man.
No,
you know
Cleveland
I was
scores...
very upset about that.
Cleveland scores 80-plus points in the first half with like 27 three-pointers. I mean, that's just disgusting.
But why? The first foul for Green, or when he said he had the first technical, that looked to me like a technical.
If it was
the second one was like light.
If it was a home game, it wouldn't have happened because they're on the road and they wanted to give this one to Cleveland. That's why it took place. So, very quickly, Mayor, the Golden State close it out tonight?
Yes.
Absolutely. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Switching,
But will they?
Switching gears to Major League Baseball, the red-hot New York Yankees and Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez. I mean, what's going on over there, Drew?
Don't tell nobody. hey, they got the Chambers in right field now. I'm kind of like against it because I think it's too much too soon. But hey, man, you can't really argue with the guy when he hit a 495-foot home run yesterday, man.
Right.
This dude is matching the ball. But Chris, we've seen a lot of baseball. We've seen a lot of baseball, Drew. We've seen a lot of baseball, yo. Where are we? We're not even we're nowhere near the 4th of July. We're nowhere near the All-Star break, and everybody's putting the Yankees in the World Series all of a sudden. Knock it off.
I'm more interested in the home run derby, the All-Star game. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Who wins?
Giancarlo.
I think
they're playing here. They're playing here.
Hold up.
They're playing here.
I wouldn't say all of that. That Aaron Judge has a chance, but I think, because Giancarlo Stanton is playing, the All-Star game is going to be in Miami and all of this, you might give him a play, but I think if you're not going to try to win it, why show up? That's just the Yankees and me talking.
Yeah, yep. I mean, he's a first ballot right fielder for the American League. I mean, it's pretty much decided and wrapped up already. He's killing it in the votes. But as far as the home run derby goes, I mean, I just see him crushing it. I really do. Pardon the pun.
Then I see, you know what though, Chris, man. That's why I'm trying to add him in, against that, man, because again, you kind of, I don't want to sound too crazy, but you kind of like shoot, blow your wad in that home run derby. The second half, now you're all wore out.
True.
It changes your parameters.
And it's happened. It has happened before. So
but if you try to win a pennant and get better in the second half, I don't know, man.
And lastly, the New England Patriots championship rings, 283 diamonds in each ring.
You see that, yo?
And that 283, the number is significant for the 28-3 deficit that they overcame to win.
They cold-blooded, man.
Cold-blooded.
And they had Gucci Mane. They had Gucci Mane performing at the party.
Oh, it was great. It was an event.
283 diamonds.
Telling you, so
each ring for 283 diamonds.
Know how to, kick their foot on your neck, man. Off season, on season, all of that, man.
So listen, talking about 80 rings.
Monday, I'm in here with my family, man. My Miami family. Joy, we're gonna talk behind the scenes. Miss Siobhan was good. Drew, what up? Mike was good. Chris, it's dope talking to you, fam.
Always a pleasure, Mayor.
Here, 5 o'clock. Catch me tonight. What about that game? 8 to 9 p.m. Tomorrow night after Further Review 2.0, a.k.a. the Sideline Pass. Friday is the Shutdown Corner. Yo, I'm about to slide off, man. I think I gotta see some of my people uptown before I jump back and crack this mic at 8 o'clock, man. Y'all be good. Joy, holler at me behind the scenes, all right?
You got it. Have a good one. I hope you feel better, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. All right. What a great segment.
Wow, 283 diamonds?
Yes, sir. Write it down.
I'm at gas. That's got to be
a lot.
120 something per ring.
Call it whatever you want, man. Bob Kraft spent the money on the rings. I mean,
well, he's going to get more money from that, right? Because he's going to get money back. Because
I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that we don't know about. What's in the contracts when the team actually wins the Super Bowl?
How does that play out when you win? You're the team that wins. How do you get money? Obviously, the players each get their own little bit of change.
you have everybody's got the stipulations in the contract. If you go to the Super Bowl, if you win the Super Bowl,
I mean team wise.
Again, the team gets something from the league or from the revenue or something because they won. Maybe it goes to spending on the rings themselves. You know what I mean? Which I'm trying to queue up right now. But I mean, it's amazing. These rings are the biggest ones ever made so far.
And that's what every player wants. They don't necessarily play to be champion. They play for the rings.
That's what you play for. You don't play for individual stats. It's a team game.
That's your belt that you carry around with you whenever you want to.
I mean, look at these rings, dude. That's the one. You know,
Christmas.
Everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how they look. Then they got all 5 Lombardi trophies on the face. Mm-hmm. You know, pretty insane. Yeah, good for them. Congratulations.
I'll give it to him.
You know, Brady's going to need another finger for the next ring.
Well, he's got the other hand, so I guess, start working on the second hand.
And, just to jump on the WWE really fast, Samoa Joe, the number 1 contender for Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship. I am the one that loves to hate this guy, which means that the creative side is doing their job. Mm-hmm. Because if you hate this guy, that means that it's working.
I like him though.
I'm the same way I like Kevin Owens. I think he's the ultimate badass.
I can't stand Kevin Owens. I cannot. He's not. I think I could kick his ass. No, sorry. I think Kevin Owens he has the tough guy persona. However, though he was, have you ever seen his videos back when he was in that extreme crazy extreme, like where they set each other on fire and like they stab each other type wrestling. Like he used to do that. I've seen some of his crazy videos. I just don't like him. I think he's just been hit in the head too many times with some chairs, and he's not the sharpest. He's just not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I think the Monday Night Raw storylines are so much better than the SmackDown storylines right now. I find myself stopping whatever I have to do to tune into Monday Night Raw.
You do. You even run now. You even run out of here.
But SmackDown seems to get the shaft. I was like, I got to do my laundry, or I got to go, run to the grocery store.
Why, though? Why is that? Why do you feel...
It's just, since the shakeup, it's still going to take them some time to build these new rivalries and these new storylines. But with Raw, I just think they have the more superior talent, and they got the better storylines going on. I mean, Braun Strowman's out for 6 months because of the shattered elbow.
Right.
So now they're going to have a new rivalry, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, which is brilliant.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant. These guys killed it in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
These guys killed it coming. They're great with the mics. This is a great storyline. This is going to take off for a while, and then when Strowman comes back, he's going to go right back into Roman Reigns at some point. So it'll be probably like around Survivor Series.
No, but Lesnar's on SmackDown.
No, he's on Raw. He's the champion of Raw, Universal Champion.
I always get them confused.
Which is a waste, and he's supposed to be making an appearance on Raw tonight.
He is. That's what we've been promising. That's when Paul Heyman has been announcing to us. Heyman.
Shots fired.
I was even just going to make an awful joke.
Wow.
I was going to make an awful joke.
Wow. You already did.
The whole boat joke.
You already did.
So, he showed up, and it was a brilliant...
It looks like a vagina.
It was a brilliant promo that he
Por favor,
cut.
manténganse alejado de las puertas.
And then Samoa Joe came in and had said what he had to say and put him in a nice big submission hold and sent a message to Brock. And it's going to be an interesting thing how they shake it up tonight.
But, I was thinking, because I've been thinking about that, because the main complaint of the fans is that, Brock Lesnar is not there. He's got the championship, just like you. You're one of those fans. But it only makes sense for Vince McMahon. I was thinking of that the other day. I mean, the way he's able to save money by having this guy come on special appearances.
Part-time wrestler.
I mean, I know, but, I guess that's maybe behind. Just think about it. Otherwise, why would you have somebody
Shouldn't
there?
have the belt. That belt should be on Raw every Monday night like it was when Kevin Owens had it.
Yeah, I agree.
Every night. Him and his best friend Chris Jericho, which was the best storyline they've had this year.
Right, I agree.
And I miss Chris Jericho so much right now.
So
really
do I. I do. I don't. Isn't
Such a
wrestling
presence.
just so different now that he's just not there?
You're expecting the list. You're expecting what he makes a better bad guy.
He just gets you more excited about. He just gets you more into everything that's going on. Throughout the whole show.
He's got the best promos.
Yeah.
Besides Enzo, he's the superior on the mic.
Well, are you following the Enzo and Cass?
Yeah, it's interesting what they're doing.
How do you
I'm
feel that
interested
that's
to
gonna
see.
go?
I really don't know. I'd like to see that team split up. I really would.
They're going to.
I'd like
This
to
is
see-
driving, but do you think that it's going to be that one of them has turned on each
One's
other,
gonna turn on the
or
other.
is it an outsider?
I don't know. This could go either way. Either way is going to present a really great storyline. But if they're not given the belts by now, then they should split them up.
I agree, but could they do it? Do you think like little Enzo, like he can go on and do something
You
with
make
himself
somebody.
if they split up?
You make somebody a heel.
I
They're
think
going to tear
Cass.
through
Yes,
anybody.
I think Cass will go further than Enzo.
They'll tear through anybody if you make them a heel. But when they're good guys, they get swept up. They get beat all the time. When they're bad guys, they win all the time. That's it. Plain and simple. When Jericho was a bad guy, he won every match. When he's a good guy, he lost every match and looked ridiculously weak. So if they made Enzo a heel, he would tear it up.
And you think Cass would go?
I think Cass would make a great heel too. But I love their chemistry in the ring. When they're
They
great
do.
on the
They
mic.
just have
They
like
tear it up
great.
on the
Yeah.
mic. But that's going to get redundant, and people.
It
just gonna get
has,
sick of it.
because you know what? Every week it's just the same old thing with them two coming out with the same SAWFT.
It was still awesome, but it's just the same old thing. They get so close to winning, and then they lose.
Wait, isn't
Every
it drama?
It's entertainment.
But it's just when it's redundant. It's just when it's redundant entertainment. I don't know. Like, you know what? I'm not a fan of the New Day. I'm not a fan of
I'm glad they're on SmackDown.
they never come out either anymore, though. But
They did last week.
Yeah, they did. But I think I'm not a fan.
No, their act is just. I think Big E should turn on both of them.
And Nia
kind of
Jax,
like what
yeah.
Rollins did with the Shield.
Mhm.
He just turned on both of them one day and went heel. They just definitely do that because why have a three-headed tag team? For what?
Yeah.
What's the point?
No,
It's
and
silly.
they need to do something with Nia Jax. I just think that she
She's
represents.
getting the belt. She's gonna get the
She
belt.
represents women wrestling. I think she just in a different way, not in that little tiny girl like come out in a hot suit way. She is just that athlete. She is that or even that character
Well-
to where she's beast. Like Nia Jax
Well,
is
maybe-
beast.
maybe
She's
you
hot.
get
That's the
that.
thing. Like she's big, but let me tell you, I think her face is gorgeous. I think she's hot.
But maybe
She's
you'll
my
get that.
favorite
Maybe you'll
female
get that
wrestler.
because of Wonder Woman. You might get
But
that.
I hope they just don't put her back. Like they keep putting these other women up there, before her, and I don't like it. I'm a fan
I'm
of
tired
hers.
of seeing Sasha Banks.
Right. I mean, these little ones.
Charlotte
Yeah,
Flair.
come on. Well, Charlotte Flair, I'm a fan.
Even though
I'm a Charlotte Flair.
even though she's on SmackDown now, she was terrible on the mic.
Right.
I
I agree. She's
as
not
much
one
as-
for the mic. And you know what? That's a lot
huge.
to it too. And I was going to say that last week because you were talking about, I believe it was Samoa Joe, how he is on the mic. He is. And you know what?
Solid.
He is solid. And that's a lot of what makes it, it's sports entertainment.
That sells that sells the gimmick.
And it does. It sells the entire gimmick, and it's just like the seriousness for these guys to go up there. They're not only athletes. They're not only athletes out there putting on a show, but at the same time, they have to create that drama, to get people to watch.
make the character believable.
But you're absolutely right. And sometimes you just see some of these people get up there, and it's, they don't bring it to you.
Like as much as I love Bailey, she just
I can't stand. Hugging does not belong in wrestling. It doesn't.
she comes in. I don't know how she got the belt, only because of her fan favorite status.
Well, and that's it. Because you know why kids love her? I think because she's more to me. She's just more kid.
She's Punky Brewster.
She's Sesame Street.
She's Punky
She's
Brewster
not even
all
Punky
over
Brewster.
again.
She is Sesame Street.
Give it to Nia Jax. Seriously,
I
give it to
agree.
Nia Jax.
Well,
and this Alexa Bliss, I can't stand her.
Yeah, I'm not.
She would give an aspirin a headache.
Her, the Alexa Bliss. What's the other one? I can't.
looking at 'em
Bailey's
right now.
best friend with the red hair. She's had the belt for a long time.
Sasha Banks.
Is it Sasha? Yeah, it's Sasha
purple
Banks.
hair.
I'm thinking of somebody
She's
else.
got purple hair.
I don't know. But anyhow, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. So make sure you stay tuned right here on Facebook.com/Now Trending 247. Same thing goes for Periscope and Twitter or on 247miami.tv. We will be right back. Stay tuned.
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, and other 247miami.tv hosts and advertisers. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure of disease or condition.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started. Because each day counts.
Day by day, by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Only on 247miami.tv.
Out trending every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
This is Chris Metal here for Now Trending, coolest show on 247miami.tv. Join us every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Joey Canizero, your host, Drew Dawkins, Siobhan, and Chris Metal. Every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern on 247miami.tv.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, and other 247miami.tv hosts and advertisers. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure of disease or condition.
I said, give me a hell yeah!
Topping the box office this weekend. Number 3.
Hiya, class. I'm your cool new teacher, not some scary guy with a secret evil agenda. Guys, I totally got this. Yeah, totally, he's got it.
Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, with 12.3 million. Number 2.
The hieroglyph said she was named Amenet, chosen to be Egypt's next queen. But her thirst for power led her down a darker path, one that had to be stopped.
The Mummy, with 32.2 million. And number 1.
I'm going, Mother. If you choose to leave, you may never return. Who will I be if I stay?
Wonder Woman, with 57.1 million and 205 million overall. Opening this week.
Pippa, what are you doing for work these days? Well, singer-songwriter is the dream. Party clown is the reality.
Rough Night. A group of friends are horrified when the male stripper they hired for a wild bachelorette party in Miami winds up dead. Starring Scarlett Johansson, Zoe Kravitz, and Kate McKinnon.
This is my last chance, Cruz. Last! If I lose, I never get to do this again!
Cars 3. Lightning McQueen sets out to prove to a new generation of racers that he's still the best race car in the world. Voiced by Owen Wilson, Chris Cooper, and Cristela Alonso.
So high, you can't get over it. This is a chance to dance.
Okay, and welcome back, everybody, to Now Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio. Again, you can find us at facebook.com/Now Trending 247. Same as Periscope and Twitter. If we could get back connected, I know we're losing kind of connection over there, but we are at Now Trending 247. So that was our box office hits. Now, Drew, you've got a movie review for us. You are our movie review man.
Yes, I am your movie review man.
Do you belong to any kind of like movie club or anything? Do you get discounts of going to the movies?
No.
Okay, how does that work?
I'm part of Fandango.
Right.
So they'll give you like little coupons to get stuff, but there's no discounts in that.
Not like discounts on what, like ticket prices or?
There's discounts on like food.
Uh-huh.
Like snacks and those kind of things, but nothing fun.
Like free movies?
No free movies.
Like you can't like build up, like buy
Well,
10 tickets and you can get one free.
Yeah, you can get a free ticket, but it's not for any like just showing. It's like a little bit down the road a bit.
Right.
I could use it for like Wonder Woman now because it's not the premiere day.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. You know, because you go to the movies a lot, so I want to go to the movies a lot. It's just too much money.
True.
Yeah, it is.
So you went to see The Mummy?
I went to see The Mummy.
Who did you go with?
With my missus, so it was
It was
mummy,
date
my
night.
mummy.
You went with your mummy, yeah.
That's my mummy. Yes, I got to go to.
Your baby mummy.
That's my baby mummy. That's no different
That's
story.
terrible.
Yes, we went to see it at Cine Bistro. I think she needed a day, a little night out by herself without, screaming people behind us. So we went to go see it.
Dinner, tell me a little bit before you get into the movie review,
Yes.
though, because the Cine Bistro, how does it
Yes.
work? Usually I see people on couches laid back, so how do you eat dinner laid back? How does it work?
Gotta have
Yes.
tables or something, right?
It's a little table off of your chair, like a little swivel table.
Right.
And it's like a seat. And you just sit back, you order before the movie, and it's supposed to get there before the movie. But if you show up, a little late, it depends on when you show up.
Right.
But once the movie starts, they don't take any more orders, and there's no.
Okay.
So if I order it, and then the movie starts, then they'll bring it to me.
So
But-
you better get there before your
So
movie
you better
starts.
get- right.
How long? How long should you get there before your movie starts? Because, say you want to take the wife out, you want to eat dinner.
I don't like eating in the dark, personally. So
Sure, okay, that's yeah.
I would get there probably half an hour before the movie.
And a waitress comes to you, like they come
Yes,
to you.
they'll come by and they'll say, "Hey," and then you pay for it right then and there, and then they'll go and do it.
Right.
Ridiculous.
I'm looking at the menu. It looks pretty good.
I was gonna, yeah.
It's not
What kind of
that
food
bad.
do you eat?
Not that bad.
Alcohol? Is there alcohol involved?
Yes, there's some drinks. They had like little specials for Wonder Woman. They had some Wonder Woman themed drinks and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Brian's got a question for us.
Yes,
Did you go to the new one here or the one in Dolphin Mall?
I went to the one in Dolphin Mall.
Oh, okay. There's a new one literally right there.
There's in
That's what I
City
heard.
Place Doral, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh
heard
yeah,
that.
there's one there. It's open now.
Yeah, it's
Let's all
right-
go there.
Yeah, it's right behind.
You guys are, I feel like they now it's old now.
No, it
Lou's
just
been
says
there.
it just opened.
What kind of food are we talking?
talking?
Can you get popcorn and the regular stuff
Yes,
too?
yes. Mhm.
Do you order that from the waitress, or is there still a?
Both. You can order ahead of time or not. I had like
They have lobster rolls. Holy cow.
Yeah, I wanted to get that, but it was outvoted. I get a little nervous when I order seafood.
At the
I agree.
movies.
Oh yeah, that butter will move right through you.
Butter.
They have
That's when you
wings.
get the BGs and the cramps.
Yeah, right. The wings are not bad. Ew.
Stick with the wings.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I like going there because it gets a chance to just kind of just chill, and there's no kids. I think it's beyond 6. There's no kids there, so
Nice.
So they just don't allow it. What do you? I
right.
mean,
You don't no kids.
Oh really?
After 6.
Huh?
That's cool.
It's 21.
It's probably because of the alcohol. Yeah.
We're like a 21 and over. They have really come a long way when it's kind to go into the movies. It's
Yeah.
not just going,
And you get to reserve your seat ahead of time, so you know where you're going to sit.
Nice.
Do you buy your tickets in advance?
Yes. Well, you have to. Yeah.
And then you pick out your seats online.
You can buy tickets there if you want. It's
Uh-huh.
just that you run the risk of being shut
So
out.
I'm so lost, lost and found right now.
It's really a nice place. It's really nice.
How does this work?
It's a little pricey. Don't buy at the bar. Don't buy drinks at the bar because
Yeah, it's kind of like going to the stadium.
exactly.
So,
Bring your own.
Sneak your own booze in.
Maybe you should bring a flask and then
If you
order a
eat-
Coke.
If
know?
you eat ahead of time, then maybe you can get a dessert or something like that there.
I just want to try it out the whole experience.
Yeah,
I just
go,
want
go.
to go for. I've seen lots of people doing it. Siobhan, you haven't done it yet?
No, I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, in my younger days, way long time ago, I would go to a movie by myself.
Right.
But unfortunately, I wouldn't go to a
You
movie
go to
by
the movies
myself.
by yourself.
Oh yeah, I go when I want to go. I wouldn't go to the
square.
Cine Bistro by myself though, because it's more of a
Couples thing, yeah. So you don't. So it's not
because
something you
you're
want to do by
sharing the seat.
yourself.
So you don't want to be the loser sitting in your
No,
chair.
heck yeah! I'm putting my feet up. Can you put your feet up on the other chair?
You probably could. There's
The whole love couch. I just want to lay back. Yeah,
there's
I'd
a
go
little
all day
divider.
by myself.
There's a little divider where you
Oh.
get drinks, so you can't necessarily.
Oh.
But the seat does roll
You
back.
killed my dream.
Sorry.
The
seat does roll
blankets,
back.
but the blankets and pillows. I see people with blankets and pillows.
That they bring their own because there's no blankets or pillows.
Nothing.
Do you really want to share a blanket?
No,
with
I
somebody?
wouldn't. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
But I've seen usually the pictures people have a blanket, a throw blanket over them. So
Gotta be kidding
At least
me.
I know to bring my own. And
Yes.
You never know what's going on under that blanket.
Hey.
yeah, but there's a separation divider, man.
Yeah, so you gotta get creative.
Now you definitely don't know what's going on under the
Gotta
blanket.
get creative.
So tell us about the
Yes,
Mummy.
ma'am. Okay, so here's my 10-second review on The Mummy. Okay. Good movie. Action, very suspenseful. However, comedy wasn't necessarily over the top. I would probably rate this as a matinee. Oh, that's it, 10 seconds up. I would probably give it a matinee vote on that.
What does that mean?
That means go during the day. Don't spend big money. It's not a date movie. Well, it kind of is a date movie, but Tom Hanks does very. Tom Hanks.
Wow.
Tom,
I was gonna say, wait. I was like, wait. Tom Hanks is in the movie too.
Tom Hanks is in the movie too. He's in every movie. Tom Cruise is pretty good at action, and the action in the movie is pretty decent.
Tom Cruise too?
Tom Cruise is in it, yeah.
Oh.
He's very good at action, so the action part of the movie was great. The comedy side, he has to work on it, in my opinion, because some of the stuff wasn't very funny. It's mostly from his side. But overall, it was a pretty decent movie. And then what they're going to do at Universal now is they're creating what they call a dark universe. So this is the first movie, which is The Mummy. They've already introduced some characters in this movie. I won't tell you who. And then you have the other movies coming down the road. So you'll have the Dracula. You'll have Frankenstein's monster. You'll have all those cryptic monster movies from the past coming back. That's their role. That's their role. That's what they want to do.
But The Mummy, we've had The Mummy.
We've had The Mummy, and there is
but
a nod.
this is a new. Is this a new?
Yes.
This isn't the
whole
Brendan
new
Fraser one?
story?
No, but there's a nod to Brendan Fraser's Mummy movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's a little nod to it. Yeah.
But I mean, it's so close together. That's why I'm confused.
Well, remember, Brendan Fraser's Mummy was set back in the 40s.
So is this a play off of that though?
No, this is a
Same
separate
creators
Mummy
or
altogether.
anything?
I don't think so, but this is a separate movie altogether from that.
But now you're saying Universal Studios.
There is a little.
They should have come up with a different name.
I think so.
The
No,
Mummy?
but I mean, yeah. But is Universal Studios behind this movie?
Yes, because they're making a whole dark universe. They're calling it. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
but they
have all
should have
these
gone
monsters.
somewhere else. I mean, like.
Well, they own these creatures, so they can make the movies based on.
I know, but then it confuses people like us.
Yeah, call it something else.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't
The
know.
Mummy, not that Mummy.
We have a question.
This other mummy.
Wait,
This
we
other
have a
mummy.
question. We have a question from one of our
Yes.
Facebook Live listener.
Just a comment from Dion Santiago. Yes, Dark Universe.
Yes, that's what it's called.
We
Dark
already
Universe.
live in a dark universe.
Well, remember, you have Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have the DC Universe. This is Universal's
Too
attempt to
many
get into
universes.
So they're going to be
Too many.
running horror movies coming forward. Now, the horror side of this was pretty creepy. I give it that. And the action was great. It's just that the comedic from his point of view, it was okay. And I didn't feel that him and the girl were anything tighter. There's no real relationship in that.
I just
But,
don't
it was
see
pretty
even
good.
Tom Cruise.
chemistry.
Now it's like you.
No,
So,
it
I don't know. I'm just not excited. Like even Tom
No,
Cruise
it-
playing this
it's
part.
good.
Like,
Just like I said, don't spend your full-blown money on it. Go on the matinee. You can still take a day if you want.
I think like he falls in the category now, like with the older folk movies, like
True.
you know the ones like with Morgan Freeman and
No, he's not there yet. Because
Some of those are still funny though.
like retired people go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, that movie was great.
Yeah, I say like,
But the action was
like,
awesome. It really was a good action movie and a very creepy and scary kind of thing. But
But did he give it punch though? I just can't. I see again.
yes, at the time I didn't understand what this whole universe. I didn't even know they were making it. But now I understand the whole premise of it, and it makes sense. It's just that he wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The guy that was with him, playing the buddy, that was funny. That guy was funny. But
Yeah.
then again, that guy always is funny. So this is a
I'm
little
just
give
not
and
a fan
take.
of Tom Cruise.
Well, I think
Well, then
Tom,
you're not gonna like the movie.
Tom Cruise's latest string of movies, beside the Mission Impossible movies, have been less than desirable.
Right. That's the thing.
You know
but
what I
those
mean?
Mission Impossible movies, he's not funny in those movies.
No, but the action is off the chain.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's why I would watch it, because he does all his own
Exactly.
stunts. He's hanging out of planes and all
Yes.
this stuff like that. So he's doing all these crazy things in the movies. But the other movies that he's been doing, I mean, go back to 2001, Vanilla Sky. You know,
That's right.
Majority Report, or whatever it's called.
Minority Report. But that's the
Minority
thing is,
Report.
whenever he does emotion, it's not. So yes. I'm sorry, my friend. You wanted something?
Oh yeah, well, I mean Jack Reacher is pretty good. Both of them. Have you-
Which one?
Jack Reacher. You never seen him?
I haven't
Jack
seen
Reacher.
that. But then again, that's action, not.
Yeah, it's actually.
Absolutely sucked. The sequel, Resurrection, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Absolute bag of suck. The first one was such a phenom in the theater. I worked in the movie theater when that came out.
I
and
remember
we were
seeing that.
packed every weekend.
Yep.
We had 3 screens for Independence Day.
The theater that I saw it in was so packed that people were sitting in the aisles to see it.
But I mean, and then they put the sequel 20 years later. No wonder Will Smith didn't want to be in it. No, come on, it's ridiculous. And
Well-
this one, I hope it doesn't suck, but it will.
Out of 5, I gave this movie a 3.
Wow.
But
Out of 5?
I'm just giving it because the action and the scariness of it, and then the suspense was good.
So the rest of the world goes out at a scale of 1 to 10, so that would be a 6.
Well, I give it out
I
of
was
5.
just gonna ask that.
Because a 3 sounds like it's really bad.
It's okay. It's okay. It really was okay for the action and the suspense part of it. It was good. It's just that I didn't feel an attachment to the girl. His comic timing was a little off, but other than that, it was a good movie.
Okay,
That's all I got to say about that.
I'll wait for it to come out. Huh?
We already talked about that. We talked about that.
I'm not going to drop what I'm doing to go see it.
Say it again, Lou.
Top Gun 2 is coming out.
Yes, Top Gun 2.
2019.
Right, but I mean, Top Gun, really, 2019 Top Gun 2? I mean...
What's the original, 1986?
100 years after the first one.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, like, who thought of this as a bright idea? I mean,
somebody
it's going to make money. It's going to, people are going to be interested in going to see it.
Not
but
the young
will
kids.
it be as interesting
I don't think the young
as a
kids are
connection?
No.
Right.
Me,
It's
you,
gonna
Chris Meadow,
Brian.
our minds are going to be like, okay.
Intern Brian.
Intern Brian.
Have you ever watched Top Gun 1?
Oh, he's not going to
No,
understand
he
it.
said no.
Right, and even us, so, I mean, okay, and
I
I'm
have it
sure
on DVD.
we have all seen Top Gun.
I had the
100.
video
But remember-
Okay,
but
back
remember-
when we were kids, people watched movies like 100 times. It wasn't like now you see a
Yeah.
movie,
Well,
and we
movies
would
cost
watch
$3 back
movies
then.
over and over. So
You
Top Gun
collected
was
them.
one of those movies during our time that we
Rocket
watched
Wonder.
all of the time. I mean,
But here's the thing also. The climate back then when Top Gun was out is a lot different than the climate now. I don't think this movie's going to, Top Gun 2 is going to be anything big.
anything big. I don't think
it's
it
going
can.
to be terrible.
I agree.
You don't have to write.
I mean,
know
I'll
what?
see it because I'm Tom Cruise action kind of
No,
guy.
you know what?
but-
Write.
I just
have
find him
somebody
so
write the book.
uninteresting. Plus,
But
he's
guess what?
pint
It
sized.
won't
The guy's
be-
like 4 feet tall.
Oh, my God.
There's nothing wrong with that, huh?
I mean, he's 5'7", just like me, so.
Oh, don't even. I wouldn't even give him that much credit. I wouldn't even give him that much height.
Damn.
Brian's taller than Tom Cruise. Well, good. Thank you for that review, Drew.
Thank you for listening.
I mean, like I said, it's something. I mean, I want to go. Like, I'm dying to go see Wonder Woman. I know you saw that last week. You gave us a great
that
review.
one was
It's
5
just-
out of 5.
Right. Do you agree that now there's just lots of opinions stating that that's one of the best superhero movies that has been put out when it comes to all the superhero
I will say
movies
this.
that have been coming out?
I will say this. That is probably one of the best DC superhero movies ever.
Now,
Yeah.
did they leave any kind of open strings for a sequel to Wonder Woman, or
yes.
is that it?
Yes, because it's set
We
in
did
World
ask
War
that. We
One.
talked
about that
Well, I don't
last
remember
week.
the answer.
The answer was no.
No, but because it's making buku
But
money,
they could.
they've already talked into doing it. Everyone's signed up to do another movie. They hadn't planned on it, but the fact that it's making so much money, you can bet your sweet behind us.
Absolutely. Intern Brian, what were you going to say to us?
I mean, I did see it. I did love the movie, but Drew, I wanted to ask you, did
Yes.
you feel like some of the special effects were like overdone?
Most likely.
Well, I think because of the time frame, meaning World War One, yeah, a little bit. But I think it.
Just when she was like flying, it looked.
Well, she flies now, so yeah, that was part of her whole thing.
Oh yeah,
But
it looked so fake and overdone.
there's a lot of things that we could talk about also
CGI,
because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But there's one big thing they could have done or should have done. But yeah, it was really a great movie. I would see that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just twice?
in the
Only
same
twice,
day.
and that's
in the
it.
same day.
Moving on to news that is fake but has been making headlines this past week.
Hold on, let me go to CNN's website.
Would you quit it?
Fuck with you. Fuck with you.
So again, the stories that I'm about to repeat again are completely false. They've been spreading all over the internet this past week. So again, this is all fake news. The next few stories, not real. Indiana woman gives birth to 11 baby boys without C-section delivery. The facts. The story posted by a website named Universe of Nature claimed what would have been an extraordinary birth took place at Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis. Hospital spokeswoman Whitney Ertel tells the Associated Press that the hospital has never delivered 11 babies during a single birth and doesn't employ a doctor named in the story on its labor and delivery team. So similar false stories have been circulating online for several years, including one about a woman in India delivering 11 babies at once.
Please stand clear of the door. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
11 babies coming through.
That come on.
Separate monorail for that family.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no.
Whoa, being trapped in the elevator with that family.
Ooh,
God.
man, I'm not
Imagine
cleaning
the
up
diapers.
after that.
But did anybody see that? And these stories get passed. These stories get passed, and
That's like watching. What's the name of the paper? The Inquirer.
yes. But they used to be fun back in the day, going to the grocery store and the Inquirer
Yes.
and the news they had. But now it's just everything. So another story that is not real. Red alert! People are injecting HIV blood into bananas. The facts. Again, this is not a true story. This is stories that have been posted all week. The facts. Numerous false stories of Walmart bananas being tainted with HIV blood have circulated online in recent weeks. Some with attached photos of bananas with reddish streaks.
It's the Russians.
Walmart spokeswoman Molly Blakeman tells the Associated Press the retail giant doesn't know of any illnesses such as HIV linked to the bananas purchased there. Walmart says the red streak seen in some bananas come from naturally occurring, harmless bacterial growth known as moquito.
The views and opinions expressed on Now Trending are those of hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, and other 247 Miami.tv hosts and advertisers. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure of disease or condition.
There you go. Enough said.
You all are not cured.
Lord help ya.
Do we mess people up more?
Yo,
Are we doing the
more?
opposite effect?
If you're listening to this show, more?
Does it get any worse, is what you're saying? Thanks,
More?
Drew. Again, another not real story. This will be our last one for the day. Massive bumblebee recall after 2 employees admit cooking a man and mixing him with a batch of tuna.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
None of you guys shared this story?
The one,
I haven't heard of any of these
tuna's
stories.
not cooked. So,
The facts. A worker was in fact killed when he got trapped in a massive pressure cooker at Bumblebee facility in California in October 2012. 2 workers pleaded guilty to charges related to the death, and the seafood giant paid $6 million to settle charges. The death didn't cause any recalls of the tuna, however, despite claims and stories shared recently by numerous websites. Ew.
Please stand clear of the...
They just didn't recall it. That's my issue. They had no recalls. Like, this guy really died in a pressure cooker. 2 people were charged.
well, I don't think the pressure cooker was used, was it?
He died in the pressure cooker.
They probably cleaned it
Somebody
out.
was using it, and, like, none of the tuna was recalled.
They probably
That's
cleaned-
true.
They cleaned it out.
However,
Ew.
I do. What do you think? Has anybody eaten tuna sandwiches tonight?
Nope.
I had one on Saturday.
Nope. Not me.
I don't eat tuna anyway.
Sure you do.
I do not, sir.
Sorry you don't.
This is not that type of show, Drew.
I see what you did there, Drew.
Please stand clear
Yes,
of the doors.
please stand clear.
Oh, my God. So now, that's the end of our not-so news. Our fake
Oh, thank you,
news.
Jesus.
But you don't see this stuff, like, and sometimes have you ever tried to tell people, like, hey, your story that you're posting online, just to help them out, you know, like, do you guys have any friends like that
I
online?
stopped doing that. That'll be a 24-hour day. That'll be a 24-hour day job.
I mean, I'm not trying to be news lady, like, news Nazi, but...
That'll be a 24-hour day. We'll be doing that forever.
Okay, so moving on to odd news stories. Siobhan, you got some odd news today, too?
I do have one.
More
I
than
don't know if
that?
it's odd. You can decide. So a new experiment known as Bake in Space, not bacon. Sorry. Described.
Is it bacon? Was it bacon?
No,
Bacon,
bake in 2 words. Described as a specially devised dough with a microgravity oven that could result in history's first loaf of bread baked in orbit. The project, which was introduced in October, is aimed at making crumb-free German rolls aboard the International Space Station in the year
German rolls?
2018. In February, the company plans on delivering its oven and dough to the space station, and the hope is to have the bread baking away in an oven above our atmosphere by June. By June of 2018.
Imagine how
is.
good that's got to smell.
So for years, yeah, that's one of the points is
Oh my
that
God,
the
there's
bread,
no way. I'd be
the
a-
smell of bread is really good. You know, you kind of probably don't get that in the International Space Station, and the fear of crumbs getting into the controls is very dangerous. So they have to make these crumb-free. Right now, the best alternative that the astronauts have in space is eating tortillas. So this also lends to different ideas as we further our exploration of space and the idea of having a colony perhaps on Mars, of different things that we might be able to create in space. So just kind of interesting. I don't know. Odd. I don't know. Would you have a crumbless German roll?
That's impossible.
I know.
Our
I can't.
future ancestors will, because we're going to tear up this planet and we're just moving on over to the next one. That's how this works, people. That's how all of this works. Moving on to more odd news.
I got one.
There's more?
Go ahead. Wait, let me do this one and then you got one. We'll do an odd news toss. Over in Merritt Island, Florida, a Florida man wanted to go to Hooters so badly that authorities say he told 911 dispatchers he needed a ride to the restaurant because his grandmother had just suffered a stroke in the parking lot. So instead, 28-year-old Jonathan Hinkle got a ride to the Brevard County Jail Tuesday night after deputies searched for 3 hours for his grandmother. When they finally found her at another location, she said she hadn't had a stroke or asked anyone for help. News outlets say Hinkle told the dispatcher he'd pay responders to take him to the Hooters on Florida's Atlantic coast.
Florida.
Yes, Florida.
Figures.
Hinkle was arrested on charges of misusing 911. He was released on bond Wednesday night, and records don't list an attorney for him. Chris, go for it. What do you got?
Dollar store grandpa bandit wanted by police.
Ooh, ouch.
Dollar store.
He's a really bad grandpa, and I'm reading the line here. Cops nationwide are on the hunt for a crook they've dubbed the Dollar Store Grandpa Bandit, a silver-haired serial stick-up man who has robbed at least 7 Dollar Tree stores from upstate New York to Idaho. The mustached marauder, who cops say is between 50 and 65, first hit a Fishkill Dollar Tree in December 2016 and then went on a cross-country spree in his Dodge Charger, of all things, in May and June this year, starting in North Greenbush and hitting stores in Michigan, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho, according to the North Greenbush Police Department. His M.O. at entering the store is closing time, brandishing a weapon, sometimes a handgun, or sometimes a stun gun, a pepper spray, and then directs employees to empty all their registers and safes. He then forces the staffers into a back room where he takes their cell phones so they can't call the cops, and later ditches the phones in neighboring towns after he's made his getaway. Given the senior's affinity for this account chain, he may be a disgruntled former employee, cops said. So now they're profiling him.
Always quick to judge. But anyway, guys, that is the end of our show. I've got some words of wisdom before we go. Aren't you guys excited?
From Batman?
No, here we go. It's actually a joke. Did you hear McDonald's killed Burger King in front of Popeyes over that gal Wendy? The funeral is at KFC. You going? I'm taking the subway. Make sure you guys check in with us next week. Right back here Monday again at 4 p.m. We'll be on Facebook Live. We'll be on Periscope. We'll also be on 247miami.tv. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Peace out.
Sometimes you gotta stay in.